welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch-along, and this is match day 2 from the England perspective of the World Cup. Obviously, after last Saturday's very intense, very stressful. No need for it to be that bad match against Haiti. We only just ran out 1-0 winners against let's say Haiti with a retaken penalty from Georgia Stanway. We are now facing Denmark, and obviously since then we've had a couple of upsets in the World Cup. Australia being the most recent, and the most notable one being that they lost yesterday to Nigeria 3-2, and comfortably lost as well. It was like, especially in the second half, Nigeria completely dominated and deserved the win, so fair play to them. But as I say, this is match day 2, and we've got to play Denmark. This is arguably our toughest test in our group, I believe. After this, we've got China, obviously. So yeah, this is our toughest test in the group. Yay. Before we get any underway, the game, for anyone living in the UK, the game is on the BBC, on BBC One, I believe it is, or BBC 2. I don't know. I've got it on iPad from up where I am. But this is the team today. Only 2 changes, and basically the subs that came on last week are starting, and the players that went off in them substitutions have been benched. So Lauren Hemp has been benched for Lauren James, and is it Lauren James? Oh, and Rachel Daly starts as well up top. So we're going top. Well, looks like we're going top today. Because Russo's kept her place. So personally, again, I said they're finding a way to put Rachel Daly in this squad for this 11. Prove me right. And I'm gonna be honest, brutally honest, but she didn't do anything last week. When she came on against Haiti, what did she genuinely do to justify getting a start today? She had a header at goal. Yippee-dee-doo-dah. But either way, Serena Voigtman has done something she's never done with England on the international tournament side of things, and messed about with her 11 basically. As we saw last year, she had a start at 11. No matter what, no matter how bad the things got, she stuck with them in the early rounds, and they're stuck with it for the entire tournament. This is new for her. She doesn't normally do this, so will it backfire? Will it not? We'll find out. Hopefully, it benefits us in the long run. We get the 3 points today and a comfortable, better performance, because performance-wise, last week was awful as well. We've got Nemeth in the chat. We've got Emerson as well, so morning Ryan and the rest of the chat when they are on. They'll pop in sooner or later. BBC One is doing the coverage, and BBC Radio 5 Live is doing the radio coverage. That's it, yeah. So, I said this before, I'll say it again. Not a fan of this green screen effect. Basically, we're going to cover the World Cup, but we won't go to this country because it's the Women's World Cup. We won't go to Australia or New Zealand, respectively. We're set up in Manchester, put a shitty green screen up. So crap. It's so obvious it's a green screen because the pundits that are standing in the room with a green screen, it is a room. The whole room is a green screen. They stand out massively, and you can see the fuzziness around their bodies, like the outline of their bodies and all that, in their head. That's okay. We can blame taxpayers' money and all that, but okay. Good morning, Russ. How you doing, my friend? You working today? You got the day off? Be interesting to see who's actually pulling a sickie or watching this on iPlayer at work via their phones or whatever. Personally, again, going back to this lineup, I wouldn't have put Rachel Daly or Lauren James at work. Okay, cool. I would not have put Lauren James or Rachel Daly in this 11. Also, again, I might seem critical, but why is Georgia Stanway still starting even though she scored the goal eventually last week? What did she do to justify starting again. She was woeful. I mean, most of that team last week was woeful. The only one that can hold their heads high is Alicia Russo and the goalkeeper, Mary Earps. Every other player, Lucy Bronze, Kira Walsh, Greenwood, Millie Bright, Georgia, Ella, Chloe, and obviously Jess Carter and Lauren Hemp were absolutely fucking woeful last week, performance-wise. Personally, after I would have, looking at this suspension as well, because obviously got Charles, Hemp, Nobbs. I would have put Nobbs in, Jordan Nobbs, in for Georgia Stanway, give her a run out, see what happens, give her a chance. Again, Georgia's just not doing it. Since she pissed off the Bayern Munich last summer, her performances have gone backwards badly. Because he was part of that squad, he's like running off the bloody success of it, basically. But Hampton, one of the backup goalkeepers on the bench as well. We got Lottie Moy. I would preferably put Lottie Moy alongside Millie Bright today and see what happens. Morgan, Jess Carter, Coombs. But yeah, definitely would have dropped. I definitely would have dropped George Stanley. I would have probably, looking at that, I would have obviously had to keep Lauren Hemp in over Rachel Daly all day long. Because again, even though Lauren Hemp was bad, and as I said this before, Rachel Daly came on and had a header at goal, and that was it in 25 minutes of football last week. So for me, it doesn't justify her starting. And Lauren James just can't cross the ball for the love nor money. Quite literally, cannot cross the ball for love nor money. So it'll be Hemp for Lauren James. So Hemp will start ahead of Lauren still, and Nobbs in for Georgia Stanway for me. Ruben Moy alongside Millie Bright, and then go from there basically. As I say, that team's now coming out on my screen. We've got England. The girls are wearing their home colours today, and yeah, Millie Bright looks happy as always. Not. Teams are out for the national anthem and pre-match handshake. I say my cousin is on the bench. Which bench? Out of interest, because obviously he could have Danish background for all I know. I don't know. Oh, probably. Oh, okay. You got from Morgan. Okay. Is that actually your cousin? You're just saying it because it's the same name. Out of interest, just to see if you can catch me out. The national anthem rubbish. Right, let's bring this down anyway. Let's try sort this room out. One sec, bear with me a sec. That's better. Get that Tottenham shirt off, you twat. Anyone going to the Emirates Cup? I'm not, again, I would have been, and normally I would do, but it falls on my brother's birthday, so yeah. He's working half today, so I'm not going to drag him on the half day that he's not, half of the day that he's not working, I'm going to drag him to the Emirates for run about that we're going to pounce on Monaco, but I will do a watch long because by then he'll be at work. But yeah, I don't know, I need to figure it out. But either way, when it fell on his birthday, so I decided not to do that. But I believe he's working. He's taking me, I'd love it. Oh yeah. You've been working your ass. I don't know. Again, I don't know his schedule in terms of if he's doing the morning shift or the evening shift that day. But either way, at the time, it just like it could be just to go. But by the way, it's your birthday. Let's go see a friendly that Arsenal has fucking trounced Monaco in, like we did to Sevilla last year. But he is coming with me for the Community Shield a few days later. I'll try to watch them if I can find it. That's cool. That's cool. So I assume you're not going as well with us. But yeah, I'm just going to do. I'm just going to do a watch along. So 5:30. I'll be going live for 5:30 at midweek for that one. And good news, guys, the Infinite cable has been ordered. It will be here beforehand, so we will not have any more fuzzy screen. It will be a clear, crystal clear image of me on the screen, guys, and none of this jumpy BS that's been happening recently. That's fair enough. That's fair enough for us. Nemesis in the chat says, come on, live. But yeah, he is coming with me for the Community Shield on the following Sunday, the 6th. I just need to find someone to take over the hosting duties for this channel for the day, and then the following Saturday. I'm sure. Cheeky fucker. Oh, dear. Yeah, I need to. Anyway, I need to be putting a positive mindset because, as people may be aware, I did buy the away shirt. I wore it yesterday morning for the Arsenal Barcelona watchalong. So obviously, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a freshen up and all that. I'll give it a freshen up, and the Champions League, the Champions League patch I have on the away shirt, the ball thing, not a problem. The UEFA found the bit underneath it is peeled off in one wash. It's going to completely, pretty much all but come off. So I've got to do this now, and then get myself together and make my way from here all the way down to the Emirates, because I cannot be asked to phone up. Just go, send it back via the post, and waiting a week and a half because of working days and all that, just to get a new shirt. No. I'm marching down to the Emirates and I'm saying, this is the issue. This is proof I've ordered it from Arsenal itself. Fix it. If you can't fix it, I want a new shirt with the patch on. No fucking charging me bullshit. I'm taking it back. I am taking it back. I'm not sending it back because because of the working day process we have in the UK, it'll take a week and a half before I get a new one. So I'm just like, you know what? I've got a day to myself pretty much. I'm going to, after this, I'm going to get myself together straight after we finish this stream and get my ass down to the Emirates and back again. And I will literally be saying, this is the issue. This is what's happened. This is proof that I've bought it from the Arsenal website. I want you to sort it because I will not be leaving that store until I get it sorted. I'm getting the third shirt anyway, Amos, with McCabe on the back. When it does come out next week, doesn't it? Yeah. Denmark kickoff. So about 45 seconds ahead of me so far. I've got Rachel Daly on my screen. I've decided to put a bit of sound on this time because it's a pain in the backside just sitting there when nothing's going on, just in silence. But I will put the scoreboard up because, as we mentioned, that kickoff has happened. No to the acid trips. Actually, it was a nice shirt. It is a nice shirt when you get it in person. It's just like, it's a pain in the ass. It's not just me, that someone else, other people, numerous people having problems with the Champions League patches. Not just Champions League patches, but the patches in general, either the Champions League patch or the Premier League stick-on patch or the lettering, even if they had to cut the Arsenal font or the Premier League font. With a wash or two, it's peeling off and being a bit, I mean, this one here, at the gold top, where it's meant to say aero ready, that's all in little small letters at the bottom, the bottom of the shirt here, at the front, to the side. It's already peeling away. Not a major issue on this one because it is what it is, but as it stands, the shirt sponsor itself is fine. But yeah, it's a ball ache, especially when they're charging you an arm and a leg these days for these shirts, and you're getting shit quality basically. it's the effort to put hand wash at those is a pain in the arse. But I might have to go down. I might have to go down the road because I wash. The thing is, they always say wash it inside out. When you have like you buy a shirt, you have it plain like this because of this transfer stuff, or especially mention it when you have like a patch, Champions League patch or Premier League patch or something put in the back or whatever. They always put in the thing, wash it inside out at 40, da 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 da. So that's sort of always done. And then occasionally we have issues. I mean, I've got the 2013, 2014 away shirt. I've had that since basically when it came out. Never had an issue with it in terms of the print or nothing. Washed it inside out, never been an issue. About 6 months ago, inside out, in a wash load, full wash load. Got the wash load out of the machine after it was done. And the entirety of the Fly Emirates sponsor just fell apart, fell off the shirt. So I've now got something else to replace that at some point down the line, if I can. Wash it in the wipe. Oh, for God's sake. That's the effort, though, the fucking effort to go to all that malarkey. Oh, it's like people online going, oh, well, I've gone into the Arsenal store now, and the staff has said, get your ironing board out at home, get your iron out, get a tea towel over the situation with the said problem, and press it back on. It shouldn't have to do that either, for fuck's sake. Nevertheless, the amount of money we're paying, in terms of Champions League patches alone, without my membership discount, it would be £10. If I didn't have a membership, so people don't, for fans that are going to the Emirates or buying it online that don't have a membership, they're being charged £10 to have the fucking Champions League, for example, Champions League logo on their sleeves, and in one wash it's coming off. That ain't good enough. But yeah, game is underway, by the way. 3.5 minutes in, still 0-0. Denmark in all red, quite literally. Kicking from left to right and vice versa for England. Jules has stayed when losing the ball again. An energetic start last week and it fucking petered out after 5 minutes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Former Chelsea midfielder Harder playing as well for Denmark. So you might see a few familiar faces in the Denmark team. Obviously, including Harder, obviously. That's it, Millie. Fuck it up like you did there. Well done. Take time to find enough. Bloody hell. Oh, mistake here on the attack, England. Come on. Fucking hell, Lauren. Strength. Bronze. Russo. Stanway. No, fucks it up. Go Walsh. Rachel Davies at the wing. Okay, Lauren James has a shot. Goal. Good goal actually from mine. Actually, you realise, oh, I can't cross. I'll have a shot anyway. And the keeper does it. The keeper doesn't miss some sort of dime and basically, yeah, sign that in 1-0. Stop showing the Tottenham fan for fuck's sake. There's a jinx. Oh, behave! Don't say that. Why do commentators say that? Allow the jet lag. England have arrived. Okay, yeah. Now you've said that. You know what's doing. We know what's coming now. Got to say, it was a good finish. I'll give her the credit there. It was a good finish. As much as it pains me, she's ex-Arsenal academy and she's a current Chelsea player and all that. Right in the side netting, you know. Right. Stefan's missing out on his rants, I'm telling you. Oh, almost not. Almost an equaliser. Good alertness from Mary Earps. I keep fucking forgetting this. Sake. Right. Come on, England. Come on. Stop screwing about. It's about no mercy today. Make up for last week's disaster, please. Russo for a couple of goals would be fantastic, actually. He's my captive list for today. I'm going to be on my fantasy team, I think. But it's today out the wing. It's not been bad. Not been a bad option so far. More active than fucking Nine Hemp was last week. And Nine Hemp's a natural winger. Oh dear. Come on. Corner of England here. Seriously? He went short like that just for that? Oh my days. Seriously. Fan. Got another corner out of it, but in the end, but still. Oh. Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah, Emerson. Again, BBC. The thing is, BBC haven't said why. Oh, I'm trying to think. Who's its past this week? I'm trying to think now. It'll come to a minute. It might. Oh, well, bloody hell! Might have something to do with the passing of Francis, the former Nottingham Forest player and manager, and the other ex-Forest player as well. Might have something to do with that. I assume that's the case anyway. Especially when it comes to France being an ex-England player and a man. Oh dear. Girls. Well, wait. I mean, really, again, I know we're winning and all that, but even at 0-0, we've been very scrappy with the ball. Like we're playing very tense. It's like the players are so tense, they're overthinking it. And by doing that, they're making mistakes and giving the ball back so cheaply and so easily to the opposition. Oh, go on. Go on, Ella. Go on, Ella. Get it in. Or not. No, all people can't cross the ball. That's good. Okay, it's a good cross. Just didn't get to the right player. Come on, come on. Go on, cross it, cross it. Corner. What winning is this, Nemeth? Bloody hell. You that bored? Well, we've gone from me having COVID back end of last season, apparently, to now I'm getting married, apparently. Okay, cool. Really got the header, useless header up in the air. I do notice this with Billy Bright, by the way. She's never, when it comes to the ball comes to the feet, she's never calm with it. It's falling from the air. She's got time to control it and get it out that way. She's very like, oh, bollocks, get rid of it, sort of thing, straight from the off. That's not what you want from a captain, but apparently Serena does. Happy birthday, Mr. Tom. He's not even in yet, bloody hell. He's probably still recovering from fucking yesterday morning. Almost passed out live on the stream in terms of lack of sleep. He was so tired. Me and Gary said, go get some sleep. You need it, and I'll let you run yourself into the ground. Your body clean once you go to bed. Yeah, no problem. And goes off, and for an hour plus after going off, he's in the chat, just talking nonsense. Oh, this, as I say, he's still probably recovering from that. So then, God's sake, at least try and header it, though. Fucking hell. Just jump in the air for it. What? Hey, I'm in the air for it, but how'd you header it? I'll try to. What was that, Rachel? Oh, Emerson's joining in now. Fantastic. Tom's going to love that if he pops in. The thing is, also happy birthday to the wrong person, ironically. It's probably happy birthday to Emil Smith Rowe, 23 today. Tom doesn't need sleep. I'll tell him that. Oh dear. Oh, right. 60 minutes in, that's a point to set the pop on the screen, ball recovery time, 6 seconds for England, 30 seconds for Denmark. That's pointless at this point. We see how scrappy the game is so far. It is. You think, again, like last week when we scored against, we eventually did score, sorry, the penalty and all that. You'd think from that we'd kick on then, but the bars and everything would go in our favour, like we'll kick on, Again, we scored today early on, and we're playing within ourselves. Like, we're playing with nerves and making stupid mistakes. Like, and you can feel the tension within the team that no one wants to sort of take control of this and say, you know what, I'm going to calm things. Everyone calm down. I'll take control. Play through, play like I am. We're going to do this. We'll get out of this little rut we're in. We'll do it basically. We want rants. When Stefan pops in, you'll get a rant maybe. If Stefan pops in, just for Stefan. Oh dear, you've already had rant from me already this morning in terms of the Arsenal shirt situations of fucking having to fucking trip to North London later to sort out the fucking sleeve situation. Anyway. Yeah, I don't get why we're still playing within ourselves. Like we've scored early on against, again, like I say, Denmark is our toughest opponent in the group stage, right? We've gone 1-0 up early on. And yeah, we're having the majority of the ball, don't get me, we are having the majority of the ball here, but we're still making mistakes from last week. We're still playing like we did last week against Haiti. We're not taking the game to Denmark properly with the possession we've got. We're not taking it to them. We're not creating the chances we should be creating and testing and stretching the defence and testing the goalkeeper. I mean, fucking Greenwood, Jesus Christ, almost running into trouble. Oh my God. Literally got the ball in our penalty box, was running out of it. It's all getting tangled up in between her feet. He's not concentrating. He's not concentrating whatsoever in her surroundings. And he almost runs into the Danish number 19 and almost gives the ball away in the edge of our box. Oh. Straight up. Yep, so seeing the chance now, Emerson. Yes. Good. There's a chance there for England to make it 2-0, and James, after scoring an amazing goal in the first instance, has a shot here, but straight down the goalkeeper's throat, basically. Instead of sending it to the far post, like the last time, she tries to basically tries near post and it plays straight to goalkeeper. Oh, James again. But this particular chance, the ball comes in from Kelly. Sorry, Bronsoy. And initially Russo goes, it doesn't get to it, and literally because it goes over Russo, but then it's still dropping. But it drops, then it hits off Lawrence, and then Lawrence not expecting it. And hits off her knee straight to the goalkeeper. Personally, she should be fully aware, just in case. Be aware and be ready to make the contact, proper contacts and all that. But it is what it is. Goals pass. Yeah. Straight down the fucking goalkeeper straight from the team. But mate, we're starting to have a few shots at goal now. Start testing the goalkeeper. So I'll take that as a positive compared to last week. We didn't do that against Haiti. Let's be honest. The only one that did do that last week was Russo on our own, pretty much. So credit's due. More of the team are actually getting involved and having a few pops at goal, but it is down the goalkeeper's throat, though, respectively. So they do need to sort of work on that aim a bit and maybe test the goalkeeper a bit more. Just maybe. Just maybe. Denmark go close, short of target. Okay, fair enough. Oh dear. By the way, in terms of World Cup wise, there has been one game already today. Early hours of this morning, between South Africa and Argentina, and it finished 2-2. Oh my god. That's a huge chance for Denmark because that's on target. That's 1-1. That's what I'm saying. The goalkeeper, no, again, this is no disrespect to Mary, by the way, but that was on target. Mary is all but beaten basically. There's no way she would be able to get a block on that. Sadly, again, that's no sign, and that's a defence, and then they're down yet again. Mary has gone from last year, Mary pretty much didn't have to do anything in the Euros up to the final. Whereas now, fast forward in a year, and the first two group games, he's done more already than he did in the entire tournament, including the final. Because the defence is just all over the place. This team is seriously missing leadership of Leah and the spark that Beth brings as well. Seriously missing it. Millie is just not captain. Sorry, she's not captain material. She might have the experience, but she's not doing what Lee would do as captain, and what Serena basically wants their captain. But she's just. So it just seems that Millie Bright's the vice captain, and in this instance, I'm obviously captain for this tournament because of she's an experienced head basically. Other days. Jules at Stanway again giving the ball away, and there's an counter attack now, and then Green was not paying attention. Oh, for God's sake. Rachel Daly's now been dropped back into defence, and over the bar. That all comes from, yes, again, Jules at Stanway giving the ball away in the middle of the park, randomly in the middle of the park, just giving it back. And she gives it away, and she then stands there for a bit and then goes, okay, I'll start jogging back to get back. But she's not running back. She's not breaking the net to get the ball back. She's like, oh, my teammates will sort me out. They'll fix the issue. And Greenwood was got caught lapsing, weren't concentrating on her surroundings. And again, Knight there just fell into trouble there nearly. Days. Where are all the golfs? It's still early for them in terms of Stefan, Mr. Bungle, and all that. Hawkwind. Oh, look, there's another fucking Denmark are going into this game by the looks of it. Going by what Emerson's putting in the chat. I swear, oh God, that's I swear he gives it away again. Oh, Lucy, for fuck's sake. It's so frustrating to watch. Complete counter attack. Again, look, I'm straight the goalkeeper, thank God for that. I'm sorry. Again, I mentioned about I dug out Jules Stanway for not tracking back. Where's the tracking back and the breaking your neck from Lucy Bonsdale? It's just jogging. That's the casually drunk. That's just jogging into the box. That's like ball watching. Oh, okay. If it comes my way, I'll get my body in the way, sort of thing. Like, no, you get back in, you run back because the fucking ball was in there where she should be anyway, as a right back. That's where the ball was. So technically, she should have run back into a position and let the teammate get back into her position. But no. Oh, give the ball away again, for fuck's sake. I do not. Thank you very much. Fucking hell, Nemeth. This will be a lot. This will be another long one, isn't it? Long, stressful fucking game with the girls. There's no need to be either. There's no need for this from England. Again, it's just needless mistakes getting made again by the same players like last week. Sandway, Bronze, Kelly's making the odd mistake as well, and it's just Minnie Bright's just not doing what Leah does. Have that calming influence on the team and taking control of the situation. She's making mistakes. She's looking panicky and clumsy as well in moments. Russo's getting no fucking supply, by the way, this week either. Getting no supply whatsoever. Chance there for Bronze. Header over the bar though. Russo's getting no service at all this week. It's really pissing me off. Oh dear. Got to do up with this free kick now. Oh, it's got to have a goal kick, thankfully. Bloody hell. Girls wake up, for God's sake, first touch of a donkey again. Oh, Lauren, you pain in the ass. I can't say nothing because you still gotta go. Go on. I swear, if you got into trouble, Lauren, I'll kill you. Yeah, you use your brain. We're going to go backwards. Yeah, we're going backwards. Yeah, this is Arsene Wenger. End of Wenger's era football. Ooh. Sideways, backwards. Woo-hoo. For that reason as well. Woo-hoo. Oh, for the love of... I'm really not impressed with this sort of stuff. Again. And again, I'll say it, we score a goal and we're going to win ourselves even more than we were at 0-0. We're playing more tense, more on edge. There's no need to. Pardon me. Look, Walsh is down, looks bad. Oh, yes, seen it now. Oh my God, attracted it. She's gone for the ball and a training knee. When he's hit the ground, you can see it bounced up in it. As her knee has gone into the ground, it's bounced up and down again and dragged a bit. So, yeah, she's gone. She's even saying done. She's signalling over to the bench saying done. I don't know if he's caught herself and has done it while her leg was training, but yeah, a knee goes in. He bloody will not be. Yeah, she's gone in for the ball, got the ball, but in terms of her training leg, as I say, her knees hit the ground, bounced up, and as she's bounced, a studgeon of her foot might have caught her, I don't know, but either that or the ground's so hard that it's caused her saying ACL, for God's sake. I hate the fucking ACLs. Straight away, she signalled like she ain't got that. She's got to go off, basically. She's signaling straight away over to the bench, like, you need to get a replacement on. So we might see Jordan Nobbs potentially in the midfield. Oh, trust Chris to come in. Timing for Chris to come in and fucking put that in the chat. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Well, actually, you know what? The game was what it is at the moment. Yeah, she's been stretched off. So I hope this might be the end for a World Cup then. She's been stretched off. That does not look good for the rest of her World Cup campaign. You know, all we need as well. Fucking Champions League midfielder being taken off for an injury. Oh, for God's sake! I'm hoping it isn't too bad, but it doesn't look. It really doesn't look good, guys. As I say, the stretcher is out. She has not attempted to get back up, and yeah, they are strapping her up as well. as he's getting stressed as well. So it's all comes to a conclusion in terms of no Jordan Nobbs. We're going to bring on someone else instead. Coombs, that's it, Coombs. I'm sorry, I know Coombs is younger and all that, young blood and all that, compared to Jordan. But Jordan, we need that in midfield. We need someone of experience in the midfield to calm things down, get the foot on the ball and calm things down here. Also for Barcelona, there you go. But this ain't looking. Yeah, the fact that she's not been carried off, she's been stretchered off, would suggest the worst. And like Emerson's pointed out, it could likely to be an ACL. If it's ACL, you know, that could be out for the Euro. What's the I'm trying to think now in the Euros now, because it got medalled up, didn't it? So yeah, could have fucking strapped in, I said. But anyway, Chris is in the chat. They're still in the chat. Thoughts on your greatest ever captain trading in his morals for money. I stand with the see my face going. The LGQTB plus community. Well, I can't apologise if I've offended anyone, but yeah, I stand with them. I have this more. I have that more. I am a staunch defender of gay and homosexual rights in general, or transgender rights. Oh, 600k, Saudi Arabia. Bye. La 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 la. Didn't have the guts. What's pissing me off, sorry, this whole Henderson thing is all these other fan channels, DR Sports and all that, yesterday. We can't criticise him because of what he did for 12 years. He won a league title, he won a Champions League. So, as I say, about the league, he ended 30 years of pain in the league for Liverpool as the captain. He led by example. We can't criticise him whatsoever. People have their opinions, but we can't say what our opinions really are because we won't get in trouble by Don Robbie. Because he might lose a sponsorship or two. If we say what we really feel about Jordan Henderson. Personally, the fact Henderson didn't even, in his announcement, in the confirmation that he was leaving Liverpool, he didn't even have the guts to say at the end of it, I've now started my new journey elsewhere. One sec. Sorry about that. I was saying, Jordan Henderson, even at the end of his announcement video of him leaving Liverpool, he didn't even have the gumption, the balls to go, now I start my new journey in Saudi Arabia with whatever team he's joined. I don't want to try and pronounce the team because neither here nor there. He waited until the new club leaked out a video of him training before the official announcement by Liverpool. He let Liverpool announced it say where he was going before he even said where he was going officially. I'm sorry, that says a lot about the person. He knows brand. This is through his brand in terms of what he's built as a brand over the last few years, since Klopp's come along and all that as well. Especially, he knew the back. If he'd said at the end of his, oh, by the way, I'm starting my new journey, Saudi Arabia with X, Y, and Z, the backlash he would have got. He knows that, even though and the thing is, it's public knowledge that he was going there anyway, but to not then confirm it in your departure video to say goodbye to the Liverpool fans says a lot. Says it all. You basically, I'm doing this video. I'm not going to say, but Liverpool, you can You can confirm it once I'm out of the country and all that. I'm there in Saudi Arabia myself. You can announce it. Saudi Arabia and then the new club. You can leak out a video of me training with you guys in a random park, but I won't announce it because it might damage my branding for 24 hours. I need it to be okay for at least another 24 hours before everything goes boom. And that says a lot about the person himself, about what the real man that he is. And I said 600 earlier, 700K a week. Imagine building a brand that's and the root of it is your staunch defender of people's rights to live their lives basically the way they want to, be it transgender, homosexually, or whatever way they want to live their lives and that side of things. You build yourself up to be the spokesperson for that community in terms of massive defender of it and all that, and you believe that they should be able to live their lives away, and then a club comes in from a country that's the complete opposite of that, offer you a load of money, you go, instead of going, no, I've got my morals, thanks, I'd rather stay. If I'm going to go anywhere, I'd rather go like non-league if anything. No, la 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 la. Off I go. I'm going to be sly about it as well and coy. And people like the media as well, the UK media. Oh, we've done this to go try and get himself in the Euro squad for next year because he's probably been told if he doesn't get game time and this, that, and the other. I'm sorry. Again, there's Southgate. If Southgate's got any brains in between his head and all that, between his ears, and the FA have any brains in the current situation, because again, with the brand that they've built along with him on this side of things, and being the PC brigade that they've been, not just with the LGQ2B, but that community, all the other projects they've backed of a similar interest, Henderson can never play for England again now, in my opinion. He can't. He just can't. There's no way they can justify this now if he was ever be picked for a squad again, because everything you've built as a brand itself at the FA, he's just gone, fuck off, no way, bye. I don't care, la 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 la. I've got my money, la 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 la. 700K, woo, yay, I'm set for life, woo. Like he wasn't already set for life as it was. All the sponsorships he has, they need to pull the plug. This might sound harsh from a football fan here, but they need to pull the plug on him as well and say, no, don't want any ties to you whatsoever, basically, because it doesn't bode well on our brand, basically, either. But they won't. It's pissing me off all these football fans, as I say, DR Sports and football fans and social media in general, are kissing his arsehole. What a fantastic player he's been for club and country, especially for Liverpool. No. That goes out the window. He's tainted. Everything he's built up, he's tainted. Done. Dusted. Gone. Next World Cup is in the US. Will you lose respect for players who go to that? I've lost respect for players who went to the Qatar World Cup and bottled it. They went there with the process of, we're going to wear this armband in support of these communities and all that, not just England, but other countries as well. And the second that FIFA came along and went, actually, if you do that, we're going to book you and send you off. And basically, you could end the game with no players, and could be leaving the World Cup early, Germany, England, things in Denmark as well. And there's like 3 or 4 others that all had this stance of, we're going to stand by these communities that have been hard done by Qatar as a nation, and then that area of the world as a as a general rule. Oh fuck, we could get booked for not even kicking a ball, but for wearing an armband. No, okay, okay, FIFA, we'll get on our knees and suck you off. And don't get me wrong, the USA aren't perfect. No country's perfect, but fuck me. At least, and again, USA really ain't perfect, especially especially the Trump in out yo-yo. Fucking what's going on there? And much other things that have gone off in that country over the years as well. With obviously the base, the world before our time as well, colonisation of the slavery and all that, like we all had, and there's still bulks of that country are still dark in the dark days. Let's not get it twisted there, but they're not using they're not using any sports to sport wash and rebrand themselves like the fucking that's like the Middle East is, quite literally Middle East. Look at Man City owners, Newcastle owners, and how the Newcastle owners coming along, we've now got a Saudi Pro League that suddenly we don't know has ever heard of, suddenly has appeared, and the Saudi state owns four of the clubs, and ironically all four clubs are buying, just randomly buying players that they think they can that's available that would benefit them as a look, ex-Premier League winner Jordan Henderson here, Benzema, Ronaldo. I think even tried getting Zaha at one point. People boycott the World Cup games for human rights abuses in the Middle East. America bombed the shit out of the Middle East. Yeah, that's for people to decide on that one. They've got what? Oh, 3.5 years. Or 3 years because it'll be back in the summer because it'll be 3 years to sort it, get their heads around that. There's again, I say the majority of the World Cup is in the USA, but but we know again we've had a taster in the last World Cup with Qatar with England, Germany, Denmark, and the others that didn't step up in the end said they would, but then they didn't. And then Henderson's done this, just rams at home. He does ram at home in terms of how England bent the knee into to FIFA, to FIFA back in the World Cup. Like, okay, we'll suck your cock and we'll do what you want. The irony beyond what I just said there, anyway. Again, as I say, he can't. I'm sorry, he can't play. There's no way. But everything that England will keep England themselves at Southgate and the FA in general have built up PR wise over the last few years as well. And all their charities that they back and the communities that they get behind and all that, and publicly back and this, that, and the other. There's no way they can then justify playing Jordan Henderson for England ever again because of where he's gone. I mean, what was it? Thomas Hitzberger, and now since leaving West Ham all them years ago and going off to the States, came out whilst back into his career, came out as an openly gay footballer. But obviously, when he came out, he said, "I couldn't do something with it because I didn't feel comfortable doing it, because not just because of the fans, potential fan backlash or anything like that, but just the way the country is in general, how he felt basically." And now he put a statement out last night in his social medias and all that. Oh, fantastic! Obviously, he got his moves. That's a fantastic thing for him. But can I basically? But the gist of it was, I thought he stood by people like me. Clearly, he doesn't. What can I believe? What sort of man is he, basically, Jordan? Russia just had the World Cup, literally literally 4.5 years ago. Wouldn't surprise. Okay, saying that actually wouldn't surprise me with everything that's going on. We need to give him a good image. Go back, take it back to him. Give it back to him. It's 4 years' time. There's still a civil war that the Russians have caused by invading that country that they used to own years ago in Ukraine. No, but we still need to give it to them. Everyone's got. Let's not get twisted. Everyone's corrupt, but for the individual in this instance, in this particular instance, an individual has put himself on a pedestal over the last 5, 6+ years and made a brand to be a spokesperson in terms of staunch defender. People should be able to live their lives the way they want to live their lives, and all that malarkey in terms of being they want to be in a straight relationship, a gay relationship, or transgender, or this, that, and the other, whatever life they want to live, they should have that feel they have that right and that freedom to do that, and they should. But Jordan Henderson's done all. It's built this brand over the last, let's say, the last 5 or 6 years, maybe longer, and now he's just gone and thrown it for 700k. Just thrown it up against the wall and gone. I don't give a shit. Money's more important to me. The thing is, the irony is, he doesn't need the money. Realist. Oh, he do need to set his family up for life. He's fucking a multi-millionaire as it is. He was an England international. He was playing for one of the biggest clubs in the country, in Liverpool. Won a Champions League title, Premier League. Was the Liverpool captain that ended a 30+ year league title drought. If he'd ended his career at Liverpool, even if he'd gone into punditry or something, he would have been set. It was set for life either way. But if we go to, he would have had options like punditry or coaching or this, that, and the other. He could have. Yeah, he's not a spring chicken anymore, so he could have gone and started doing his badges and what if he wanted to go to coaching or prepare himself to go into punditry or something like that. And he'd still be set for life while he's doing all that training and all that. And he'll get a bit extra depending on what obviously he decided to do. It just aggravates me that these players put themselves out on these pedestals and then for a bit of extra money they throw it down the fucking toilet basically and go, oh well, la 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 la. And then this, again, as I say, he didn't even have the fucking bollocks to go. And his announcement of leaving Liverpool at the end of it going, and now I start my journey in Saudi Arabia with this team, because he knew what had come. So he delayed the inevitable because he couldn't stand it having social media basically. Fuck off. Or he came as a boy to. I was just a boy and I left Sunderland, my boyhood club, to Liverpool. I leave you as a man. Fuck off. You're leaving him as a prick. As I say, again, it might upset Chris, and because he's a Liverpool fan, I don't know his actual stance on the Henderson situation. He might be he'd done this with the club sort of thing and whatever. That's up to him, but I can't get past the fact that he's built a brand and then literally just turned his back on it for a few quid. Emerson saying, breaking news, Ryan, when you go to the Emirates today, something has gone up, I think, near Tony Adams statue, as it is what I told you about what is happening next Thursday. Oh, okay. Okay. If I have time, I'll stick my head round the corner and see what's going on there then. If I have time. Depending on how long it takes you to get there, how long it takes them to get the head of the arse and actually sort it. Because I swear to God, if I go all the way there, they go, well, you did it on nice, we can't do nothing. Fuck off. It's the official Arsenal website. I'm in the store here. I can prove it. I can sort it. I ain't leaving until it's sorted. Because it's not on. I'm not waiting a week and a half for a brand new a brand new shirt to be sent out to me when I can just pop down today and get it sorted now. So if I, as I say, if I have time, I'll pop my head around and see if there's anything in process of being put in place, so we say. Oh, yeah. But it is, yeah, as Emerson said in the chat, it's half time, by the way, and they're back in the studio in Manchester with Yolanda Deville, Faye White, Alex Scott, and Faye, I can't remember her name now, bloody hell. Well, I can't remember her name. They've been ex-Arsenal over the years. Oh, I can't remember her name, Faye something. Either way, back in the studio, just talk about the game in general. Going over the, basically, as it stands, they're talking about the mistakes and all that I've already mentioned during the stream. They better bloody do as I'm saying. It took me just over an hour to get there, as it is, because obviously it's like that. As I say, it's just over an hour on the actual underground. So, Farrell Williams, that is it, Farrell Williams. But this green screen that I use, is really doing my head in. It's so obvious it's a green screen. And the fact that the floor they're standing on, so we've got Faye White, her trousers on, basically, her trousers and on the ground, you can tell. Farrah, she's wearing you can't even see her feet basically. Her feet have blended into the green screen. La 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 la. La. Let's no one talk about it. Let's not no one bring it up. I think is I noticed this in the Olympics just gone when it was obviously a year delayed, but when it was in Tokyo, and again I can understand they couldn't travel to Tokyo because of the global pandemic at the time was still ongoing. So they couldn't travel out, but they used the green screen. The green screen was so poor though. It was so obvious. It's like, and then there's got the green screen just got worse. They've been brutally honest. The BBC. But yeah, they talk about Kira Walsh, and yeah, she's looking very distressed. It doesn't look good. I'm hoping it isn't ACL. I'm really hoping it's not an ACL. It's just she took a knock. She might miss the China game, but be back for the knockout round. But personally, I would have brought on Jordan in that instance because of the way the game's been played out so far. Not just this game, but the first two games. Just for the experience, to have that experience, that calming nature you would have got with Jordan, I would have brought Jordan Nobbs on instead of Combs in that instance. But it is what it is. You do need. I think we are lacking that experienced head. I know Kira Walsh is a decent. It's not a dig at Kira either. It's just saying, if obviously with her going to go off, you need to then bring on. You do need to bring on, in my opinion, a fully senior head in this instance. Just as I say, calm everything down, take control of the game, and help be that leadership quality that obviously we're lacking in terms of, as I say, calm things down and play by example sort of thing. Get the foot on the ball and just calm things down, as I say. But no, don't be silly. Also noticed they are now talking about the Wolves injury and did not say anything about Haiti player who also has an ACL. Exactly. There's been a massive criticism of the BBC out of the two UK broadcasters that are broadcasting this World Cup in the UK. ITV are coming out of this with their heads held high. BBC have been BBC have been poor to their standards. I know there's stuff going there. There's been stuff going on with Hugh, if you know, you know, and amongst other things in general outside of the BBC sports side of things, but in general, but they've massively exposed themselves in this World Cup, the broadcasting setup basically. I mean, they had a journalist in one of the after match press conferences and asking a player something stupid. It's so stupid. Like the player's going to come out and say, "Oh well, yeah, it is illegal in our country to be gay, basically, this, that, and the other, or transgender, this, that, and the other." I think it was Morocco. Was it a Morocco player? I can't remember what it was now. Someone, I think Emerson or someone reminded me in the chat, but basically asking them, well, we know it's illegal, but does anyone is there anyone in your team basically that's gay basically or leads a life that is illegal in your country? Like she's sitting there thinking, is this guy serious? And even the manager's thinking, no, don't answer that. Either way, don't answer it. Like she's going to sit there and go, well, thanks for the question. Actually, you know what? My left back, my goalkeeper, my striker, our first choice, like X, Y, and Z. Four of my teammates are openly gay. No, they're going back to Morocco. They're going back to their respective country and getting fucking killed, basically. Like she's going to do that. But the BBC saw fit that the journalists thought it was prim and proper to ask that question. And the BBC then put a statement, "Oh, we apologise if we offended anyone." Fuck off. And as you say, the coverage is like, unless it's an England situation, we won't really give a shit about other players, especially for the lesser nations. If they don't play in the WSL, don't care, sort of thing. It's not gone down well. Whereas ITV's coverage, Luca aside, taking them aside for a second, the coverage on ITV has been far better, far better. Yeah, teams are out on my screen as well. Just come out on my screen. Oh dear. No subs by the looks of it though. For me, the team, as it stands, I say that. Oh dear. And again, 45 minutes. Get the points on the board and pretty much all but book us into the next round of game to spare, please. But can we please have a better performance, please, in the second half, please? Dictate the tempo, control the ball, create chances, test them, make them. They're going to, if they do manage to get something out of this, make them work for it at least. Don't give it to them on a plate. Oh, corner. Oh, no. Georgia Stanway is standing on the spot. I think the ball comes to her. Doesn't run towards the ball. Don't be silly. No, come on, Nick, come on. 6 corners we've had so far. Jesus. Oh, for the love of days. Must say, Hendo is mad to turn down that sort of money for an easier job. We would all do it. The opportunity was like, what's fucking Saudi Arabia? If it was like in the States, like the MLS or whatever, I can understand because it's already been established in MLS. Like players go there to retire. We've seen most recently Messi's going there for the last couple of years of his career now. Beckham went there. Gerrard went there. Keane, Cole, as in Robbie Keane, Ashley Cole, etc., etc. Kaká, Pirlo, David Villa, etc. They've all gone to basically back into the kids in MLS. So it's sort of been established. That's the way. That's you're going to go end your career outside of your respective league, like abroad. Go for your payday out there, not fucking Saudi Arabia. With a human, especially when you've built your career pro human rights and this, that, and the other. And you're going to go into a country that's so against the human rights that you so-called stand for. And yeah, and by the way, Russ, the new kit, the third kit comes out on Tuesday, the day before the Emirates Cup. And it's is that one you've seen online, the green can with the cannon, the single the cannon and its own thing. No, not this. That's a cannon. It's a green and like the navy blue sleeves, AFC on the collar. That sort of throwback to the 87, 86 away kit. Adidas version of it, basically. But yeah, it looks nice. Obviously, got to get this one sorted first for the away one. Get a new shirt because yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Nemeth has put it on his that on it. What is his profile picture now? That is the away, not the away, the third kit. Touch of a donkey from players again. Same as the fucking first half, basically. Sloppy on the ball, letting Denmark create chances where they don't need to be. Let's give the ball away in stupid areas of the pitch, needlessly. Basically, no one's taking responsibility today. The goal, obviously, Lauren James, the goal. That aside, no one's took responsibility today. Outside of that one moment, any area of the pitch. Russo's now having to drop so deep into the midfield to get the ball because he's getting no service. Oh dear. Almost give away a chance there from a mistake. Yeah, so if Hendo gone to the States, again, it's become the norm. Basically, go to the States, get a big payday there. The fact he's gone to a country, he's built a career being pro-life, pro, basically pro-life. Live life the way you want to, and all that. As we know, the way he built his career, his brand and all that. To then go, I'm going to take a payday, but not in the States. No. I'm going to go to a country where everything I stand for, they hate. To the point when they did their announcement video yesterday, they basically grayed out the rainbow flag armband on his images. I wouldn't have done it myself. again, if you're going to take a big payday, you go to where, again, MLS, that's the norm. For all the problems they have over in the States, and that we've mentioned, been mentioned already. But hey, it is what it is. It's done now. I'm not going to sit here as a football fan more than anything. Channel, but I've got a channel here and all that, a platform myself. But I'm not going to sit here as a football fan and say, "Oh, fantastic, fantastic, Jordan! What a great thing you've done here for you over the years." Like, not been, this hasn't tainted it whatsoever. It has tainted it. Let's cut the crap. It has tainted it. The people, like all the idiots over at DR Sports, won't do it. Won't say it because in fear that Robbie might lose a few sponsorships and he might have to sack him because of that. Especially the Liverpool fan was on the Liverpool fan on that channel yesterday. Oh no, got to ignore the political side of things. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you're basically saying you would do the same then. After even with your own stance on things and all that as well, you'd throw that under the bus for some Saudi money, would you? Okay, cool. Both home and away, top team in the world. Just wait until Wednesday when we set out on both at the Army. Also been doing this thing of releasing the goalkeeping tops as well. This was released with the home when the home one was dropped. The men's home jersey was dropped. This got released, the goalkeeping one. And then the away one currently is out. They dropped the blue goalie top with it. So with that, we assume they're going to drop the lime green one with this third kit on Tuesday. Sorry, it shouldn't be an objective word. Oh, okay. That's sorry. Andrew, from last square to where, just put something in the word group chats we're in. And what you mentioned earlier, Emerson, yes, there is work. There's something happening. The statue is being lowered into that area. Is that one of the stairs or something? What's that? I'll get the tweet up in a sec as well. If this game doesn't improve. I don't think there is. Outside turnstile D. The statue's been put. Just want to figure this out because the imagery itself. Can't tell it's behind the stairs, but turnstile. I can't think where fucking D is now. Turnstile D. It's just. Yeah, this is around where Tony Adams is. Yeah, literally. I think Tony Adams is just behind this video, out of shot of this video by the looks of it. In terms of the statue, I mean, not the actual person himself, obviously. But the statue itself of Wenger's been lowered into just literally in front of turnstile D. So it's been lowered in now. Not put in now what we're on Friday yet. They're not invading until next Thursday. Makes sense. I'll get that video up in a sec, actually. I will get that video back up first in a sec and retweet it so I don't lose it. Yeah. So, oh, okay. Now I figured it out because I've got these. The person that's put the video out has put photos as well, and the photo itself, one of the photos is obviously more. Is more not zoomed in basically. So yeah, it's literally near. It's near the Henry statue, but not on the same level. Basically, if you're coming from off the Arsenal station up that way, if it's the Kenfire Bridge, over the Kenfire Bridge, near the Arsenal Museum and the flats that are there and all that, it's on there. But as you're in that corner, in the corner next to the stairs going down, you walk down or up from to your respective turnstiles and all that, the match day, whatever. Bit of an odd place to put. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit of an odd place to put it myself, but it is what it is. That's what they've decided. You know what? The game's fucking dead. I don't know if it'll come from the screen or not. Quality wise, one sec, let's have a look. Reebok. Reebok. I'm confused now. Present screen. 60 minutes, 1-0 becoming a ball. Yeah, that's what I'm literally. You know what? That's what I'm saying. You know what? I'm going to show you the images and the video that's been put online for everyone else. I don't know if you've seen it, Emerson, but everyone else as well. So you get what I'm saying. One sec. Hope that's on the screen. Let's have a look. Make sure it's on the screen. Right, this is the image. This is a photo, right? These first two things you're going to see are the photos of them basically getting work underway. They've turned up, got the stuff, they're setting everything up. One of them's wearing high vis, or I say high vis is orange, with his Arsenal shirt on. Next image, further out, so you get the gist of where they've actually decided to put it basically. So you see what I mean? Like turnstile D, you can see the turnstile D far from the picture, that image there. The stairs, obviously. Again, once I saw the stairs, for definite, because the video doesn't, it's sort of cut off. But now with this image, I can say, fucking hell, my thread from fucking Coronation Street, Jesus. I can actually say where exactly they're putting the statue, basically. Sorry, right. So there's that. And now I've got to find the bloody that. Pause, enlarge. This is the video that's doing its rounds. Now like that. Then you can see the crane is holding whatever statue they've gone with, the bus. And they're lowering it into that area. Oh, for God's sake. Lauren James has been accused of Ivan. Shock her there. Shock her. Is Harry Kane really going to Bayern? Well, it seems like it. Like Bayern Munich are confident. Going for what we're being told here again in the UK, as you know, by Sky and David Ornstein and Fabrizio and all the leading outlets in general. Bayern are putting it out there. They're confident they can get the deal done. They're going in for a third bid. But apparently, rumoured that the third bid's going to be around 30 odd mil. 100 million plus. He wants to go. He's not. The thing is, even though he's been radio silent publicly, obviously with how aggressive Bayern Munich have been with this, they've clearly had the discussion with him. He's saying, "Yeah, I'm happy. Let's come and get me. Basically, let's go." And they're doing their bit to go and get it done ASAP. Thank God for that. That would have not killed me, but would have annoyed the hell out of me. Him being the all-time Premier League goal scorer and not win a trophy. At least Shearer won a league title, for fuck's sake, in his career. But yeah, I think the way Bayern have a they particularly Lewandowski want that dominant target man. He will do well, obviously, in Germany, and as long as he's out of sight, out of mind, good luck to him. Doesn't cause, as long as he's not causing me any problems in Champions League or anything like that. Whatever, do what you out of sight, out of mind, as I say. And spot on line where the statue is located. Yeah. Imagine if Kane went to Bayern and Bayern didn't win anything. Oh, they'd have a meltdown. I think we'll finally find the source of the curse of why Tottenham don't win fuck all. You look blurry. Yeah, it's again the Wi-Fi's playing up, so I do apologise for that. It's the Wi-Fi. I have ordered the internet cable. It is on its way. So the next the next stream I will be doing, there will not be this issue of blurriness or nothing like that. So I do apologise for that. Hopefully it sorts itself out. My voice is all over the place for some reason as well. Very strained. This game is fucking boring. Bloody hell. We cannot bore our way all the way to the final, try and win this, surely. Jesus Christ, I don't think the way we played these first two games nearly, I can't see it. I can't see the girls winning in this. I've seen again, other nations after match day one in their match day two games already, round two games, we're going to call it, have absolutely come out of themselves and caused more problems. Nigeria, for fuck's sake, beat Australia. Republic of Ireland against Canada for the majority of that game, or more so the first half, were dominating the Olympic champions and looked like they were going to cause an upset. Only when they changed tactics in the second half, it all went backfired, and we all know what happened. England are European champions, and we're doing nothing to suggest that we are the European elite, basically. The European elite. There's one positive day. I just realised, actually, one positive from today. We finally scored. It took us 4 games, international games, but we finally scored a goal in open play for the first time in 4 games. Yay. Well, France versus Brazil. That'll be interesting. Hopefully that's not a bore fest tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, just I want to go back to bed. Soft filter, and I need it. I need that. Oh dear. Ow. Put my neck into the table there. Desk. Yeah, that's it, Georgia. Just throw a limit it and kick the ball into the air. Yeah, don't no aim, no nothing, no control over it. Just go have it. I don't want it. You have it somewhere else. I'm sorry if I've been overcritical of Georgia Stanway in this World Cup so far, but she ain't justifying why she's starting for me. It seems like, oh, she was part of the team that won the Euros and all that, so she got a start. She's playing for Bayern Munich as well. Like, fuck off. She's in club of Bayern Munich from what I've seen. Ow. Right, Lioness is not strong enough, and Beth Leah, yeah, it seems like it. It does. We are. I said this at the start of this, at the start of the first half of this game. It just seems that we're missing the girls are missing Leah's leadership qualities and what she brings to the team in general, and they're also missing Beth's flair and attacking output basically because no one else is doing anything. Just to suggest otherwise, and it's just like that's concerning. I'm sorry. And I know, and again, I understand Leo's a last minute thing in terms of that was more recent, but they didn't have time to really adjust themselves in the friendlies apart from the Portugal game. Put them into this World Cup. But we've known about Beth since October, November time when she got taken out against United. What's the excuse? You've had plenty of time to prep your team and get your team prepared for this World Cup without Beth. So what's the problem there? What's the go-to excuse when things don't go the way we want them to go in this World Cup now? And I say, in terms of Millie Bright, Millie Bright is showing why, for me, she shouldn't be captain anyway. She shouldn't be vice captain, but being the captain of this World Cup, because all it is seems to be is, well, she's an experienced international, plays for Chelsea, she can have the armband because Leah's not available. And it's just asking for trouble. Again, Millie Bright's done nothing in this game to take the game by the scruff of the neck and go, you know what, girls, calm down. I'm going to lead by example. We're going to calm things down and take control of this game properly and kill this game off once and for all. Go on, Russo. Go on, Russo. Unlucky. Dane passes something to Harder as my guess is to attack right on the one-on-one. Yeah, she doesn't look comfortable either. Not just a one-on-one tonight, but in general, just doesn't look comfortable with the ball at her feet or at her head or anything today. And as a captain, she's not leading by example. She's not. As I say, stop doing what Lee would do, calm things down, and go right. We're get our foot on the ball here, girls, and get our foot on it and control this tempo and get ourselves in control of this properly, and then go and kill the game off eventually that way. It's just I have no idea, girls. We're going to do whatever we can to get it, but I don't know. I can't help you. And it's just, as I say, he kicks the ball for fucking throw in. Oh, one sec. I've got the dogs out. One sec. One sec. One sec. Yes, I better just had to let the dogs out quickly. Yeah, right. Oh, here we go. Do not take her off. I'll take Daly off, God forbid. Beffing's come off of Russo, and Hemp's come on for Ella soon. Rachel Daly's done fuck all in this game. So Rachel Daly are going to get a chance to play striker now just because. Why bring on Beth England then? Yeah, again, I'm not agreeing with the subs. I'm not agreeing with them. I do not agree with the subs today from Serena. Again, Russo cannot keep dropping into the midfield to get the ball to get some sort of service. He needs service from her field and her team. No, we'll punish you, Vuso. We'll punish you because you're an Arsenal player now. Fucking joke. The Rachel Daly, used to be a left back. You're a left back for us up till last year, but when you went to Villa, you became a striker. So now you're a striker for us. So we've got to play you no matter what because you're a top goal scorer in the WSL for an England player. Even though you've done nothing in the 2 games you played, the half the game you played last week, you fuck all but my header on target, and you've done sweet fuck all again today. No, we'll take you off. I'll take off the striker though. It's getting no service. But the people that are not giving us service will keep on. Make sense, please. Help me make sense of all that. How does that work? Absolute joke. Srina's got her favourite since he's saving them, really. Oh, dear. Well, it hasn't paid off because this is not in a start. It's come as a sub in the second game with 12 minutes to go. It hasn't worked because he hasn't scored yet either. It's not going to. Oh, it's worked out for her. So he would have been picked anyway. She's just left Chelsea because he wasn't getting minutes anyway. Even though she was guaranteed trophies, but still. Each to their own. Yeah, no Jordan Nobbs either tonight. Or this morning, sorry. It's a joke. Absolute joke. Mr. Tom, where are you? A bit like Beetlejuice. If you say his name enough 3 times, he might pop up for you. Eightieth minute, 1-0. Yeah, 10 minutes to go. This bullshit. I don't see us winning this. I'll be honest. The team's not showing me anything. They've not shown me a single thing in these 2 games to suggest they're serious about winning this, with or without Leah and Beth and Fran Kirby and all that. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. And again, the manager's doing editing as well. For England, he's doing editing for subs. The 2 subs last week, Lauren Hemp, to an extent I could get because he wasn't in the game properly. But in general, I didn't agree to have a sub. And 2 subs in general, 2 players that came on didn't work anyway, didn't change anything. And today, waited until 12 minutes to after the game, and she took off the wrong. Well, and it seems had no involvement whatsoever in the midfield. She's had no sort of input. But again, Georgia Stanway, again, another piss poor game. She hasn't scored this week either. Piss poor game. And she's going to finish the game again. Russo, better performance last week in general because she was getting somewhat service. She was able to test the goalkeeper, the defence and the goalkeeper the way she likes to. But today she's getting no service whatsoever. She has to drop into midfield, literally into the midfield to get the ball. That's how bad the service has been for her. That's how bad the service has been for her. But she's been punished because she's not getting service from her midfield or wingers. Rachel Daly, though. La 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 la. Because she was part of that squad last year. Even though she was playing left back last year, because she was part of that squad, she's exempt apparently from bloody You know, when I say the squad, she was part of the 11 basically that won that Euros. La, 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 la. She's exempt from any criticism or any sort of, oh, you're not doing well, off you come sort of thing. I think Leeds lost again and Thomas suffering. So you said his name too many times now, guys, and look, Leeds won 2-0 against Nottingham Forest last night. What does I say about Beetlejuice and Mr. Tom? Say his name enough times he'll appear. Let's all say happy birthday to Tom every time he is on. Well, now he's here, so knock yourselves out. Oh, dear, gotta cry. Gotta laugh, you don't gotta cry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Don't encourage him. The irony is, you do all this, and when it's actually your birthday, he won't say a thing, he'll forget. I thought Leeds was a building society. Jesus Christ. Patrick Bamford scored. Jesus Christ. Like, you know, something is wrong in the world of Patrick Bamford scoring for Leeds. Get up. I'm being so critical of this team now. Jules has gone down on the backside and I'm telling her to get up. Because there's no allowed reason for her to fall down like that. Oh, now you're trying to get service to the striker. So what's that saying about Russo then? If you had to fall out of Russo or something, suddenly Beth England's come on and all suddenly trying to get that ball into the box to her. Cough. Failing, they're not actually getting the ball to her, but they're trying. Way ahead of you, man. Way ahead of you. Oh, dear. We're not perfect because we need for a goal kick, for fuck's sake, love. Perfect past my ass. Okay, right back, Lucy Bronze decides to have a shot at goal from about 20 yards out, 25 yards out, give or take, at an angle as well, when she could have crossed it into Beth England or someone else in the box who's a natural attacker. Can't criticise that because of the Euros. Yet again, we're scraping through a 1-0. Unlucky as it stands, we're scraping through a 1-0 victory as it stands. Scraping through to the knockout rounds as European champions. Jesus Christ. Rio Ferdinand is Tom's favourite Leeds player of all time, yeah. He's up there with Alan Smith and Harry Kewell. Harder hits the post, good header off. You know, I've now said it's going to be fucking 1-1 now. And to be fair to Denmark, when they've had the ball, they're trying to do something with the ball today. And they've caused problems for our defence, and like vice versa. You take your time, Alex, getting up here. You take your time. Not like we're trying to defend open play and all that. Nah, trying to defend across potentially coming in. No, you just take your time, hold your back and all that, yeah? Take your time. Oh, no, it's not even that. It's our so-called striker at centre back, Rachel Daly. It was Rachel Daly that fell on her backside and struggled to get up. Who's playing centre for some reason? There might be a striker playing centre back, left centre back, or whatever. It's a joke. This is a joke. Fucking Millie Block's just ball watching, by the way. Oh, someone's behind me. They'll cover it. Ball goes in. It's just ball watchers, and let someone else deal with it. And he almost ended up in the fucking goal to fucking Denmark. But again, can't criticise her because she plays for Chelsea. Fuck off. What's the goal? 1-1. 88 minutes, and it's still 1-0, says Emerson. God, I swear to God. Last week I said obviously there's only two players who could hold a head side last week. This year is for the FFG gave and all that, and Mary Earps for her performance because obviously she put under pressure and all that, yeah. And there's no one can hold a head side today. None of them can go, well, we deserved that. We're so great. I mean, the excuses last week as well, after this game as well, I haven't really touched it, but I'll go on it now. The excuses after scraping a 1-0 win against part-time Haiti from the team was unbelievable. Jules Stanway, I think, did an interview and basically telling the fans to shut up, basically, and be happy that we won, basically, either way. Sorry, what? If you did a decent performance, if we'd won 1-0, but it was a good performance, there wouldn't have been the reaction we got. They got, basically, sorry. But you didn't. You were shit. We called you out on it. Don't like it? Get out. Go back. Come back home. You're not for it, then. You ain't got the minerals to put up with the criticism when it comes your way, when it's deserving. And today, deserving again. Everyone has been appalling. Lauren James will be exempt from criticism because he scored the goal. As it stands, won us the game. But Mary Earps, again, no digs at Mary because she had, when called upon, she's done her job. But she hasn't had much to do in that sense. But when called upon, she's done her job. Outfield-wise, from the outfield perspective, player-wise, who can we say? Anyone in the chat, you can disagree if you want. You can put your names if you put names all if you want. But who stood out for you in a positive sense today from the England perspective? Again, it's not a dig. And again, I'm not going to dig Russo out either because he's not got the. See, he's on the pitch. He's trying her best again, but she's getting no fucking service. And again, she's being punished. Stanway, when 89 finished, 4 minutes added time and all that. What channel is it on? BBC One. We're in the last few minutes of the game, by the way, 1-0. BBC One though. We're in the last few minutes of this game now. George Stanway's had two stinkers in this chat on this World Cup now. Haiti and game. But she's been crap. Still on the pitch. Greenwood's been crap. Daly's been crap. Walter's obviously gone off injured. As we know, his first half. Apart from the goal James scored, that aside, she's been crap. Lauren Hamp's come on, been crap. Bronze, crap. Greenwood, crap. Chloe Kelly, non-existent again, crap. I don't know what. People are coming across this and be critical, but I'm gonna be because I want what's best for the team. Beth Ings, come on, crap. I don't want to be openly critical of the team, but I want what's best, and I want to see good football from the European champions that is England, my country. I'm not getting that. We didn't get it against part-timers last week, and now we're getting it. It's even worse a week later. So Last week the excuse was match day one nerves. What's the excuse this week? I'm just saying. What's the excuse? What's going to be the excuse? What? Again, there's still something to go, so it could be an equaliser. But next week we play China. Next Thursday or whenever. What's the excuse going to be next week when we play poor? Oh, they already qualified, so they took the foot off the gas. Fucking what? What's the fucking first two games then? I'm not one for excuses. I'm not going to stand by and give excuses for people. Especially when we're all getting up. Both games respectively, we've all got up extremely early on our days off or whatever, and from work, or even people who've got to work are committed to watching this game, and we're not getting any thanks for it. Basically, it's just like, well, what do you want, basically? But not is sweating like it's 1970 Brazil. Oh dear. If that's the case, I'll be having words. I'll be WhatsApping her offline and be like, what the fuck are you on about? To be fair, they've all look crap. To the standards they've set, they've been crap. No one's been exempt from that. Apart from the goalkeeper there, in terms of today, apart from the goalkeeper in Mary, because when she has been called upon, she's done her job. Can't say it for the other 11 plus players. Russo again. Again, as I said, she dropped into midfield. She had to drop 40 yards into midfield to get the ball, but she's the one getting taken off because she's dropping in because she ain't getting the service. But and there's subs. So like for like subs, and nothing's changed in this game. Lottie last week was happy birthday, Mr. Tom. There you go. The full-time whistle has gone. We have won 1-0 again. So 6 points out of 6, 2 goals in 2 games, 2 clean sheets. But again, 2 back-to-back appalling to our own standard performances. And yeah, I'm waiting for the excuses to justify the performance again. Because on another day we lose today. If Denmark had a bit more luck on their side today, they could have won this. The chances they had hitting the post a few times today. A bit more luck on their side, they win this comfortably as well, because we were just not at the races again. And again, I've got to criticise Serena, not just for the lineup situation that she put herself through, in terms of putting an extra day out in the wing instead of changing a formation to make it 2 strikers up top. Russo and Day working off each other with some service. She kept with a normal formation, but put Day out in the wing. Never going to work. And then, obviously, they've given James player of the match and all that because he scored the winning goal. So that's the only thing. And again, apart from her goal, what did she do today in a positive sense? But my point is, going back to Serena, like, she should have changed the formation. If she's got like Daly and Russo in the same 11, you play 2 strikers in a formation with 2 strikers off each other. None of this, we'll stick with the formation, but put one of them out in the wing and things like that. And then when it comes to subs, you've got an array of subs you can make. I think it's 5 more subs you can make. She made 2 subs, and they didn't change the game. And she just sat on her backside and went, okay, la 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 la. But it's just, and again, it's the same 2 people Russo in particular, 2 weeks of the trot now, she's been targeted and taken off for no reason. Ahead of Julia Stanway, who's been poor. In the 2 games, we're just counting the World Cup. The first 2 games, she has been fucking abysmal. Let's be honest. No physicality into her game. All physicality in her game, gone. Just getting pushed off the ball easily, bullied off the ball. Her first touch is abysmal most of the time. She's giving the ball away constantly. And for 2 weeks in the trot now, she's finished the game. I don't get how. I'm hoping Walsh isn't a serious injury. It doesn't look good though. The fact she just stretched it off, I'm very concerned about that. Like Emerson mentioned earlier, I am concerned on that, especially when Serena's alternative was to bring on Coombs instead of Jordan. And I said at the time, the game was calling for an experienced head in midfield. You're losing the experience of Walsh. You need someone like Jordan to come in. I know she's not played much under Serena, but she would have come in and calmed things down in the midfield, and we would have got a foot on the ball a lot sooner and dealt with things, and everything would have been fine, in my opinion. But doesn't do that. Brings on Coombs, and things didn't change in the midfield, and it got looking worse. It just was what it was. It just continued along that path of constant make mistakes. FC from Georgia, Coombs, Millie Bright. Again, Millie Bright's meant to be off the vice captain. She's now the captain of this World Cup. Every time the ball went to her, she looked like a deer in headlights, basically. She didn't want the ball's coming down in the air. Instead of bringing it down to the place to bring it down and pass it out to someone, no, fuck off. And I'm just like, and like Lottie, just big up to Lottie back in the chat, by the way. You can replace Leah Williamson, Beth. I'm assuming you can't replace Leah Williamson, Beth Mead, and Fan Cabby. How do you replace Kira Walsh? Okay, so she did mean that you can. Well, not playing like it, are they though? But how do you replace Kira Walsh? Well, that's why Jordan. That's why I was saying at the time, I'd bring on the experienced head of Jordan Knobs, just to calm things down in the midfield and get a foot on the ball and get control of the game. Because we did at no point do we have any control of that game. And how is it we're scoring goals? Like last week, we scored a penalty eventually. We go within ourselves. We get worse. We scored an early goal in this game against Denmark. Instead of kicking on and going, okay, smell blood, let's kill it off now. Go back within ourselves. And I know referring back to the injury of Kira, this is why when the Coombs came on, I wasn't jumping for joy for it. I was like, okay, but I would rather bring on Jordan because she's a more experienced player that will come in and calm things down. We saw it at Arsenal, even in the last time, dying times at Arsenal under Jonas. Whenever she was brought on or she came in to deputise for an injury, she would come in but calm things down. But from her own playing style, calm things down and keep us going, to keep us ticking over. That's the best alternative we've got now. Until we know what's happening with until we find out what's happening with Kira Walsh, that's for me the best alternative. Playing Jordan, because Georgia's just struggling. She is struggling, but she needs someone alongside her. And I think, again, no disrespect to Coombe, but this didn't work. It didn't work. I know she was thrown in at deep end, but it just didn't work. Rachel Daly out of the wing didn't work, but when the subs was made, you was assuming then maybe she was, when the subs was made in terms of Beth England came on and Russo went off, you're expecting then maybe a transformation then because you keep Rachel Daly on. Nope. And that's where I've got to criticise the manager, because you're paid the big bucks to make tactical switches, not just like for like subs. And I know certain players won your European Championship last year, but when they're playing poor, you've got to take them off. I'm sorry. Simple answer: you can't. I love Jordan, but she's. I'm not saying they're the same player, She, as I've said, she's a different style. She does bring her own uniqueness to her, what she would offer this midfield. But the main thing we needed today, once Kira went off, was experience in that midfield alongside Georgia, because Georgia, yet again, was struggling, in my opinion. And as I refer back to, even in the latter days of her Arsenal career, of course, he left us in January, when she was deputising for Kim Little or whoever in that midfield, Leah Vorty, if Leah Vorty picked up a knock, she would come in. Yes, she's different to them, respectively as well, but she'd come in and she'd keep us ticking over. She'd do her job. She'd leave everything on the pitch, but she'd lead by example. And you need leaders. This is another thing we're lacking in terms of many advice. She's not giving the same or similar vibes to what a Leah would do in that situation. We know with Leah, at some point she would have got to get the girls around in a huddle or something at half time or whatever during the game and said, like, come on, like, literally, this is it. Everything come to me, get the ball to me, we're going to get control of this game. Midwife's not showing that. She's just coasting through the games. At one point in the end of the game, literally, she's ball watching, knocking around her slightly, seeing there's someone behind her to cover her just in case, and then she just goes right and watches the ball go past her. Doesn't even attempt. The ball's going past her. She doesn't even attempt to intercept the ball in the air. And they almost scored, and they thankfully hit the post, the header. But they worked at the back, and we are stronger for it. Rather Herdhead and Greenwald pushed out there on the left. Carr come into the partner on the right. This is what I was saying last week when we saw the first lineups and all that. Starting lineups last week against Haiti, I thought when we saw Vuzo start, I thought it made more sense to play Daly at left back, because that's where she played last year for us at the Euros. I know she's been playing striker for Villa and all that, and she's been taken as a forward. But in this tournament, we need experienced players in certain positions, and it would have made sense to play Rachel, not just today, but last week. Sorry, if she's not going to play striker, play her at left back. Because guess what? Also she brings up, mentioned leadership, leads by example, and we are lacking. We are massively lacking that with Millie, and with Rachel not being able to play properly as a left back, at wing backy role, whatever. It is frustrating performance-wise. Performance-wise, it's the frustration for me. And even though we have won and we are all but qualified for the next round, we just need, I think, is it China need to beat Haiti or draw to Haiti and we qualify for the next round? 31 today. The game to spare. It's the performances are concerning as a whole. And individually and collectively, I have to say it as it is, and I also have to call Serena out for her substitutions. They weren't game changing. They were just like for like and hope for the best. But my concern is, Lottie, I know you're saying we shouldn't be complaining and all that, but my complaint is the performance. Great, it's great we've got the results respectively in the end, both last week and this week. We've got results in the end, but performance-wise is concerning. Denmark obviously was a step up today. We said that. I said at the start of the stream, Denmark in this group was going to be the toughest test out of the three, respectively. I expected that. But Haiti last week, we should not be performing that way. And then when they are criticised for that performance, the players should not be coming out and having a dig at the fans that have travelled to that side of the world to support them just because they weren't happy with the performance. They shouldn't be doing that. as I say, I am concerned for Kira. They talk about Kira now. I'm very concerned. The fact is that she immediately turned round to the bench and said, as the medical team was coming towards her, and said, "Get me off. I'm done. I can't get going." Emerson saying Serena has said she knows nothing on the Walsh injury. I mean, again, if it's anything serious, they're not going to know straight away, because obviously they've got to do tests and all that either way just to confirm any suspicions they may have on what it could be. They can't come out with any sort of injury. They can't just come and go, well, it could be this, it could be that. And it turns out it might be something worse or not so bad. They need to go and do their X-rays respectively. And as I say, I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it looks, because as Lottie's pointed out, without Kira, we have got no replacement for Kira in that sense, because there's no one like Kira in our squad. There's different there's midfielders, but they're different. They're all different to the situation, basically. Still completely. That's right. I fucking hell, Tom. Neither could I. And what's round home to Phil Neville, in terms of Phil Neville as a coach, what's round it really home is the same squad that he had and was going backwards with. He was taking backwards. We weren't doing as well as we should be. Sheena took over and we won the Euros. Yes, last year I know. Literally, I've just seen your message just come up on my screen on WhatsApp, but it's the Wi-Fi, because I'm up in the highest room of the fucking house, basically. And with the whole PC setup that I've got, it's just been a pain in the arse. So I've ordered an Ethernet cable that's on its way. That's either today or tomorrow. So the next stream I do will be no more pixelation. It'll be nice, clear images. You get a nice, clear sound as well. None of this pixelation or jump start freezing bullshit that you're getting recently. No, it is what it is. But other people have mentioned it. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, other people mentioned that. I've had to say that this is the situation with the new PC setup. This is what's happening. Basically, the Wi-Fi just been a pain in the arse at the moment. Adapting to this new PC, so I've had to order I've had to order an Ethernet cable to now plug into the back of this, into a booster thing, and hope that should be the end of that issue, basically, for the next stream onwards. So this is the last shitty stream in terms of quality wise you guys are going to be getting for a long time. Trust me on that one. It kills me. Oh dear. Through to the round of 16 at this stage, and we should be expecting that. But again, as I say, performance. It's the not just individual performances, it's collective as well, and that no one like me, Bright, or I think now I was going blank. Lucy Bronze, that's it. Lucy Bronze or Georgia Stanway, these experienced players that have won something last year, collectively aren't doing what Lee would do in that moment, and come in and show some sort of leadership quality and get the team around and basically say, like, you calm things down, this is what we're going to do for the next 5 minutes, we're going to do this, get the ball to me and spread it out via me. You've got to go through me in that sense of ball to me, let's get a foot on the ball, calm things down, go at our tempo and get ourselves back into this at our own pace and then kick on from there. They haven't done that. And that's what's concerning, because we've obviously got China next week down the last group game, but after that it's the knockouts, and the quality in this tournament is only going to get tougher, and that's why I'm concerned, because performances wise, the longer we keep doing these performances, the worse it's going to get for us, and eventually we will be caught out for it, and we will be punished for it. to be fair, this England team will smash Leeds. Any team will smash Leeds, let's be honest. Oh dear. Pick up Hawkwind as well. How you doing? You're nicely spot on with the Walsh injury. It's got a volume on, but it's sort of in the background, so I'm not really caught on to what he said yet. Don't try and get around by bashing. Only partly work. They aren't going to say exactly. They're not going to say straight after the game, "Oh, this could be it," this is definitely it. They're going to have to do either way. They've got to go and do scans and all that to confirm it, or whatever. If it is what they fear, if it is worse than what they fear, if it's not as bad as what they fear, they need before they actually officially come out and say, "Well, this is actually the situation. This is how we're going to go through it all." You're dying up, Jesus Christ! Like if we talk about it for a week, quite literally a week. But I've ordered it. I ordered the cable. It's on it. It's literally coming in the stage of Mars. So in the next stream, it'll be next week now, possibly. So there won't be the issue of what you're having with the imagery side of things. Anyway, it'll be nice, smooth, clear, crystal HD quality imagery from here on out after today. Ryan upgraded to Windows fucking 95. Fuck off. Fucking Windows 11, thank you very much. Ryan has been making a lot of money off this. Right, I'm out. Got a lunchtime run to do. Hand, purple, blue, please. Okay, cool. No worries. Take care of yourself and have a good weekend. Actually, before you disappear, actually, let's have a look how things are, because the fantasy league got in for this World Cup. I keep fluctuating the last day between 6th and 8th, basically, because of the points. And I know points won't be added on for today until later on this evening, like late this evening. So I need to have a look when where is it? Well, the points got added on yesterday, basically. There we go. Let's have a look. Because even you dropped off at top, but you was top at one point for a few days. Now match day 2 underway. I know you've got a lot of your players playing later after today. Right, leagues. Let it load up. So how we're doing. I haven't checked today in terms of the update points and all that. So it'd be interesting to see if I've dropped or what. Let's have a look. Okay, where are we at? 1, 2, 5. It hasn't updated. It says updated yet. Bloody hell. The points from yesterday's, the girls yesterday. Either way, cool running, top of the league. 1, 6, 7. I'm on 1, 2, 5. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm currently 8th. 2 points off of 7th and 5 points off of 6th. 6 points off of 5th. So I'm catching. I can still regain my top spot after being taken away from me cruelly last week. Cruelly. I don't know. But it hasn't updated fucking points from yesterday. Unless they lost points. Fucking 3 goals yesterday. 1 sec. Team. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Round 2. Right, so far the points have been added on so far are for Marnham Ray, Rena Marnham, Morelli, Lottie, Leah Vorty, Kate McCabe. But my points haven't been added on for Caitlin Ford or Steph Catley. So they need them to be added on. I don't know what I haven't added them on yet. So I did play yesterday. And Caitlin did get an assist. And she's my captain for round 2. Don't know why, but yeah, once we get them points from yesterday added on properly, I can then, and obviously then later on tomorrow when Mary Apps and Alessia Russo expected to get their normal points or whatever, I can then figure out who else has got left to play. Marta's playing tomorrow, I'm assuming at some point against France with Brazil at some point. She won't not start, but hopefully she comes on as a say in the game. What is her last World Cup? Oh, cool runnings is okay. So you're top of the league. Oh, for God's sake! Still top of the league. Catch me if you can. Oh, I will. I will. Oh, things will turn around. Things will sort themselves out as the tournament plateaus and normal service resumes, and England head out their arses, and Australia actually don't lose Nigeria again. Or, you know what I mean. We're off to the China game at midday. Oh, okay. Because as I say, Australia played yesterday, so I sort of normally the points get headed on before like this match day. Like, today's lot get underway and all that. But here's what it is. But once they get the Aussie points on board, and then the England points tomorrow, and then on board, and then vice and all that, I'll start coming that table again. Don't worry. For God's sake, you have to jump in, don't you? And rub salt in the wound. Jesus Christ, things ain't that bad, are they? Fucking 99 monthly bullshit. But with that, we are gonna tap out. Obviously, yeah, Lottie and Neverwin, Lottie, Tom, Hawkwin, Emerson, and trying to think now if I forget anyone. Nemeth, anyone else that's been popping in and out basically at the stream. Russ as well. Big up to yourselves. Thanks for obviously coming along, supporting the channel and all that. Especially this last week. this last week of blurry FC from my point of view, anyway. That, as I say, that's going to be. This is the last day of that situation. Next time you'll see me, it'll be crystal clear HD quality, no stop-starty bullshit either, and we'll kick off from there. But hey, up till then, take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your Friday morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. As always, bloody hell, what's that? Mine, you got smug after around on that halfway through the groups. Oh, I was surprised. I'll be honest. When I came to you and said I was top of the league, that was because I wasn't expecting it. I was like, you know what? Let's have a look quickly, see how I'm doing points wise. I was like, I'm top. So it went straight to you. It was just like, as soon as I went to you and said that, the next day, everyone against England did. The next day was England. I mean, ever since then. Oh, fantastic. Everyone then caught up on me, so I was like, oh, for God's sake. But it is what it is. Sam Kerr's back next week as well. Hopefully she's back. Keep an eye out for that. If she does get back into the match day, into the squad in general, in real life, obviously put her back into my squad, hopefully. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, literally, for fuck's sake. I wasn't expecting to be top, and I'm like, oh, so now I'm chasing it. I'm just like, no, I need to get back. I need to get back up there. Get a month's deal. Personally, my aim for that league. She needs to be able to out. Yeah, they're in big trouble after yesterday. Yeah, big trouble. Yeah, because Canada, is it Canada they've got as well? They've got the Olympic champions in Canada, so that's literally winner takes all for that game now. Especially now Nigeria have won, they've got the bit between their teeth, ironed them out, so Ireland got nothing to fight for in terms of, apart from pride, obviously. They've got nothing to fight for themselves in terms of progressing in the tournament, so you'll think Nigeria should win their game. So it's literally a winner takes all between the Olympic champions and Australia, the host nation. Jesus Christ. So basically, it's going to be which host nation drops first, based in New Zealand, Australia, or both. Oh, dear. Yeah, my aims for that league, this World Cup fantasy league we're doing. So, my aim was literally top two. if I can get at least second at my first attempt at this from the women's fantasy team perspective, I'll take it, and then I'll run with it, and then with that, I'll be like, okay, let's go build my WSL team now. Let's go for the top spot. So no messing about. Competitive as always. As I should be. Anyway, apart from that, guys, as I say, I'm going to be gone for, I don't know, nothing planned for the weekend itself in terms of streams or nothing yet, but that might change over the course of the weekend, depending on news or whatever, depending on what games on as well as over the weekend. But I've now got to sign off, get myself sorted, pop down to the Emirates, sort the shirt out. Fuck's sake. Fucking charge you a tenner for a fucking sleeve badge, and it fucking comes off in the first one. So I've got to go down and fucking spend over an hour getting there, and another hour getting back. For fuck's sake, just to get a fucking sleeve patch sorted. Shirt in general, getting a new shirt because the fucking colours fucking off my hand yesterday as well. In the wash, like what the fuck. So I've got to deal with that now. So yeah, that's a bit fun. But yeah, so yeah, see me early next week. Apart from that, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you gunners.